Hello, everyone.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of Dhikichyau The Podcast. I'm Aditya and
I'm Kritisha. And today we are going to talk about how we should be talking.
Talking in conversations and listening. I think somewhere along the line, हामीलाई कहिले पनि यस्तो कुराहरू कसैले सिकाएन के. And these are the things, you come across बिस्तारै in your life, and like this is one of the most important
life skills, I would say, yeah.
Just knowing how to talk and like how to have conversations and
I think obviously this is in no way
a crash course to how to talk,
crash course to talk and how to behave, or like we don't want to act like your teacher or whatsoever, but then like अहिलेको situationमा why conversations are so important, because
not just अहिलेको कुरामा but then like सबै कुराहरुमा. Yeah.
Like last time also we talked about privilege अनि आफ्नो privilege कसरी use गर्ने and all that. You can check out our first episode for that. But today we want to talk about how we can converse, how we can bring up difficult topics with people, how we can spark conversations, how we can actually make meaningful conversations.
Yeah. At this point of time, it's like kosto fast moving conversations, because you're always like either chatting or either like you're meeting in a group, that like actual one-to-one conversations is where you learn things. You're telling each other stories from which you learn,
what you've experienced. And I think it's very important oiliko situation, oiliko scenario, because there's so much diversity. People from so many walks of life, people from so many communities or different nations or now we have access to talk to people who live in like miles away. And having a conversation is so difficult because there's always that fear of
judgment
bhanda pani, like what if I say something wrong khale.
Okay.
Like what if I hurt their sentiments khale.
The snowflakes. The snowflake generation.
Yeah, snowflake generation in a way. Yeah, everyone's getting offended at anything and everything. That's true, but
you can't have meaningful, important conversations if you don't offend anyone. Okay? Like if you have to say something meaningful, it is gonna offend someone. Okay? Like okay, I was watching Peterson Goyoda interview again, no? And this one he says the same thing what I'm saying right now. And this one he says okay, like alright, we have this rule, no? So I can't offend you. I'm talking to you, I'm doing mother and I can't offend you, no? What if I'm talking to two people? Can I offend one of you? What if I'm talking to 1,000 people? Can I offend 5 of you? Like how does that work? If you have to say something important, it is gonna offend Exana or the other, because not everyone is gonna be on the same page.
No, I agree.
Even if you tell some people school it might be offensive. You're getting the point.
So like they're in their own journey. They're like like it might be sensitive, but like I was going through this journalist, also an author, Shane Snow vanne. He has this book Dream Teams vanne and he talks about how collaborations work. About mergers, acquisitions company like that is also a huge thing. Like duita company, they decide to become one. So how does it work? He says that there are like 3 things. I'll just say it in very simple words. One is like there has to have people who think differently, and they need to have cognitive friction, which means they need to put their heads together, because duita company थियो एउटा भएर काम गर्नु पर्यो नि त. So like they need to put all their skills and talents into one नि त. त्यो गर्नु पर्यो, and they should be willing to bring change. So that is how people can collaborate. He talks specifically on corporate sector ma, but if you think about it, it's like
it works everywhere.
Yeah, it works in real life also. Okay. And one of the things that he focuses on is conflict. Okay. Like when there are like people from different walks of life coming together, conflict hunai parcha ke to collaborate.
The conflict
to understand. Yeah.
Like resolve where you get to something conclusive.
Yeah. And like research, they've like proven that huncha ni most of esto mergers and acquisitions they fail not because they had a conflict but because they didn't have one. Ke.
Oh.
Exactly. So like huncha ni making assumptions and like not bringing it out there. Ke. So
you grow because of the like conflict,
the inner conflict. Ke.
Yeah.
The one that cannot come, it cannot surface. Ke.
Yep.
So like if you're looking for a romantic couple huncha ni to split, to know if they're about to split, like not talking is a better indicator than fighting. Ke. Which is true. I mean like huncha ni aba if you stop talking to each other, like huncha ni communicate नै गर्न छाड्यो what is the possibility? Ke? The possibility is like huncha ni it not working out. Ke? So conflicts can be scary, but they're actually very important for collaboration.
Yeah.
And I think this is why debating पनि नभनौँ, because I think debating has that के भन्नु लाग्यो?
Go on. Debating has that
negative connotation खाले क्या. Debate गर्ने भन्नु सोच्ने बित्तिकै we think that
somebody has to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like somebody has to win हुन्छ नि. You have to prove yourself better than your opponent.
Yeah.
Or to like prove your point or persuade the audience that you are right भनेर क्या. But debating can be as simple and for the purpose of just हुन्छ नि to find that cognitive diversity. हुन्छ नि त्यो डाइभर्सिटीमा सबजना कसरी भिजेर बस्ने, कसरी बुझ्ने, or like दुईटा कुरामा कन्फ्लिक्ट भइरहेछ लाइक सोल्युसन चाहिँ के हो त, where is the middle ground भन्ने कुरा क्या. So I think in these times where there are like so many controversial topics coming up each and every day हुन्छ नि, having conversations with your parents, maybe with your friends हुन्छ नि, is so important क्या.
It is.
But how? Because it's so scary क्या to like हुन्छ नि कसरी कुरा गर्ने यसको बारेमा, like हुन्छ नि के गर्ने, like converse गर्नु नै becomes, it takes a toll on you क्या sometimes.
To actually have a conversation, it's like it takes a lot of courage के. Because I know एउटा like meaningful conversation जस्तो तिमीले भन्यो नि न, it's really scary because it has the power to like change you के.
Yeah.
बुझ्यो? If you actually want to have a meaningful conversation, you're like putting yourself out there and you're opening up के.
Yeah.
And you're actually taking in someone else's like kuraharu, then someone else's views, you know, that makes your own views on that kura vulnerable. Okay, when you're opening yourself to that change, okay, so you have to be like, it's like having a proper conversation is like actually very scary because it takes a lot of courage.
Because you're just there, like you're like you can be proven wrong, and that's something you've been believing your entire life.
Exactly.
And it can be like, my whole life is a lie. Khali situation huna सक्छ नि त.
Genuine conversations, exploration.
Yeah.
You know, like exploring, and like strategizing, and like
embracing something new.
Yeah. And that's what makes it about vulnerable pani ke afno kura, because words are like contagious, ideas are contagious ke. Yeah. Only if you actually listen, if you actually have a meaningful conversation, and like conversation is talking and listening, you know, but it's like mostly listening. Like listening, actually listening, listening not to reply, but like listening to understand.
Yeah, that's very important.
I know.
Yeah.
So when you actually listen and like try to explore on that idea and try to like think of it like unaharko perspective बाट like it can change your ideas.
Yeah, to be empathetic. Yes.
It can change your ideas and like that is what makes it scary.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, तिमी त्यो के भन्छ being vulnerable and like changing your entire त्यो भनेर एउटा like याद आयो क्या यस्तो म यो लकडाउनको बेला बच्चाहरूलाई पढाइरहेको थिएँ नि त
you told me.
Yeah, so neighborhoodको बच्चाहरूलाई पढाइरहेको थिएँ अनि
go on to tell everyone like about the whole thing.
So there were like some kids हैन अनि अब यो दलित लाइव्स म्याटर अनि ब्ल्याक लाइव्स म्याटरको अति धेरै कुरा आइरहेको थियो. सो आई डिड वान सेसन अन ऊ क्या डिस्क्रिमिनेसन. अनि आई आस्क देम लाइक हुन्छ नि के कुरामा भेदभाव हुन्छ तिमीहरूलाई भनेर सोधेँ क्या. अनि लाइक हुन्छ नि अब बच्चै छ उनीहरू खासै बुझ्दैन नि त. अनि उनीहरूले लाइक हुन्छ नि दे वर कम्प्लेनिङ अबाउट इच अदर क्या. उसले मलाई यस्तो भन्यो उसले मलाई त्यस्तो भन्यो हुन्छ नि इट वेन्ट द्याट वे क्या हुन्छ नि. अनि एट वान पोइन्ट चाहिँ होइन लाइक त्यो ग्रुपमा लाइक दिदी र के अरे दाइ र बहिनी थियो होइन. अनि त्यो बहिनीले चाहिँ हुन्छ नि म त लाइक जहिले पनि झन् सफा लुगा लगाएर बाहिर निस्किँदाखेरि दाइले मलाई जहिले पनि नक्कली भएर हिँड्यो भनेर भने क्या. अनि मैले लाइक आई वान्टेड टु लाइक नो मोर अबाउट इट होइन. अनि उसको दाइलाई सोधेँ किन भनेको त्यस्तो भनेर सोधेँ क्या. अनि हि वाज लाइक अब नक्कली भएर हिँडेपछि अनि बिहा गरेर पठाइदियो भने म के गर्ने मेरो एउटै मात्र त बहिनी छ अरे क्या उसले कस्तो माया लाग्ने. अनि त्यसपछि लाइक हुन्छ नि अनि मैले लाइक त्यही कुरा गर्दै गएँ होइन. एन्ड देन लाइक आई स्टार्टेड लाइक आस्किङ देम क्या लाइक राम्रो लुगा लगायो भने तिमीलाई के कुराको डर छ भनेर भने क्या. अनि देन वी स्टार्टेड टकिङ अबाउट रेप एन्ड अल द्याट हुन्छ नि. अनि मैले त्यो इट वेन्ट इन द्याट डाइरेक्सन. सो आई आस्क्ड हिम लाइक सो छोटो कपडा लायो भने मेकअप गरेर हिँड्यो भने केटाहरूले केटीलाई रेप गर्छ हो भनेर सोधेँ क्या मैले. अनि उसले हो भने क्या. हो नि अब लाइक छोटो कपडा लायो भने रेप गर्छ भने थाहा हुँदा पनि किन लाउनु पर्यो त अरे क्या. हि जस्ट लाइक 12 हो कि 10 होला क्या त्यो भाइ हुन्छ नि. अनि एट द्याट पोइन्ट मैले उसलाई कराएको भएँ झपारेको भएँ. यु वुड नेभर ब्रिङ अप द्याट टपिक क्या हुन्छ नि. यु वुड नेभर टक अबाउट त्यो कुरा क्या. बट आई गट द चान्स टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड वाट हि वाज थिङ्किङ. अनि लाइक त्यसपछि मैले बिस्तारै उसलाई बुझाएँ क्या त्यो कुरा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि. सो अब त्यसको मतलब राम्ररी लगाएर फुल लुगा लाएर हिँड्ने कुर्ता सुरुवाल लगाएर हिँड्ने केटीहरूको त रेप हुनु नपर्ने होइन भने भन्नु भन्यो कि अनि बुर्खा लगाएको केटीहरूको किन रेप हुन्छ त यस्तो भन्नु सोधेँ. एन्ड देन हि गट टु थिङ्क अबाउट इट क्या. एन्ड देन इट वेन्ट इन द पोजिटिभ डिरेक्सन क्या. एन्ड देन वी टक्ड अबाउट लाइक यस्तो रेप कल्चर एन्ड लाइक हुन्छ नि हाउ वुमेन आर ब्लेम्ड एन्ड हुन्छ नि यस्तो. एन्ड देन आई गट टु लाइक हुन्छ नि लाइक द्याट वाज मी गेटिङ टु द रुट अफ इट क्या. बिकज हि ओपन्ड अप and I didn't like scream at him for that.
You didn't try to impose timro ideologies to him.
Yeah. अनि like मलाई ठक्क like यो कुरा सोच्दाखेरि क्या like त्यो प्याराडाइम टिभीको थियो नि के भन्छ बलात्कार किन हुन्छ त्यो वाला एकदम ट्रेन्ड भइरहेको थियो नि. द्याट गाई ही वाज टकिङ अबाउट हाउ
त्यही त हुन्छ अब गाइज आर लाइक दिस. त्यही त हो गाइजको दिमागमा के हुन्छ सेक्स. या अनि आई वाज थिङ्किङ अबाउट द्याट क्या हुन्छ नि लाइक इट वाज like ठक्क त्यो entire video and that video is so nice and I think everyone should go and like watch it again हुन्छ नि. It's so nice हुन्छ नि लाइक कस्तो मजाले लाइक सबजनाको point of view गरेछ. but then like social mediaमा popular भएको चाहिँ त्यो क्लिप मात्रै क्या about that guy हुन्छ नि. and everyone is bashing him क्या हुन्छ नि. when if you look at the entire video na there's also this auntie who says the same thing क्या. लाइक छोटो लुगा लाएर हुँदैन टाइप्सको. लाइक आई नो इट्स लाइक सो इनरेजिङ होइन. मलाई पनि फर्स्टमा हेर्दा यस्तो रिस उठेको थिएन. बट द्याट इज द रियालिटी क्या. Because like
it's not in the sense that that is what it is, but then that is how people think भन्नु खोजे क्या. That is how majority of the people think क्या. अनि लाइक रिसाएर or like हुन्छ नि bashing them what good it is it gonna do क्या. They'll अब हद्द भए probably that guy will be scared to open up, scared to like हुन्छ नि put forward his ideas because he might be wrong and हुन्छ नि he'll be bashed for it भनेर. But I feel like I mean, this is why conversations are so important, okay? Especially with people who have contrast ideologies भन्नु खोजेको मैले चाहिँ like किन सोच्दो रहेछ त त्यस्तो कुरा हैन why do they think that way अनि what is the reason के that is not the cause के कसरी बुझाउने त I think that is how we should be thinking के उले त्यो केटाले यस्तो भने so like what is the हुन्छ नि reason like के भनेर चाहिँ
मैले पहिले पनि भनेथे नि यही कुराको बारेमा we talked about this and you said उले त्यो कुरा भन्छ because like हुन्छ नि that guy was pretty old enough and he was like mid 20s जस्तो देखिरहेको थियो भिडियोसमा तर त्यति बेलासम्म to think in that way there has to be like a group of people or like उले त्यो देखेको बुझेको some people who have like backed him up on the same कुरा के त्यति बेलासम्म त्यही त हो नि भनेर like अरूहरूले पनि होमा हो मिलाको त्यस्तै कुराहरूले चाहिँ तिम्रो दिमागमा त्यो आइडिया like मान्छेहरूले assurance दिन्छ नि त you have a certain idea you validation त्यो certain level of validation भएर पनि like people to think in
he
that
got so many validation that he was so confident to say that out in the video in the camera खालीको भन्नु खोजे that's true
so it's not obviously it's not just him I also watched like this Indian video similar topic हैन त्यो दिल्लीमा गर्छ के they ask uncles हरु अनि यताउतिहरु अनि त्यसमा पनि was like similar but it was अझै bad के was like
I think
हुन्छ नि त्यो पनि त्यसमा चाहिँ त्यही भन्छ के अब केटीहरुको like राति मल जान्छ यो गर आफ्नो काम गर उ गर घरबाट किन निस्किनु पर्यो त्यसरी त रेप हुन्छ नि यस्तो केटीहरुको यहाँ त्यहाँ खाली के
एक्ज्याक्टली तर इफ यु सी दैट भिडियो हैन उले लास्टमा हुन्छ नि लाइक के पनिशमेन्ट दिनु पर्छ भन्नु भन्दाखेरि अनि मलाई चाहिँ लाइक हुन्छ क्यापिटल पनिशमेन्ट कि त उनीहरुको लिङ्ग नै काट्नु पर्ने यसो खाले भन्छ के लाइक हुन्छ नि सो व्हाट आइ एम ट्राइङ टु गेट एट इज लाइक हुन्छ नि maybe he doesn't have this intentions also okay like I don't want to like empathize with him and all that right now but then what I'm trying to say is like we can find a middle ground and then move from there okay so like ab usko ra like if I have to converse with him like maybe I'll start from how rape is wrong okay that is the common ground because even he believes in it त्यो video हेरे अनुसार चाहिँ है
सबैलाई like rape is wrong हैन that is ठीक छ हैन तर हैन there are some people who like only top ideologies नै हुन्छ हैन त्यहाँतिर नजाउँ अहिले हैन let's just stick with okay like majority of people believe that rape is wrong हैन
it is wrong
but then majority of people also believe that rape is because like the girl was in a wrong place at the wrong time wearing the wrong clothes and a lot of different duaru you know and there are many people who believe it is just because kitako you know
I think we should keep that for the next episode
but then like just like exactly अब तिमीले जस्तो भन्यो नि हैन अब यस्तो कुराहरुको बारेमा कन्भर्स गर्नलाई you first start with the middle ground and try to just actually like listen to why and if you actually listen हुन्छ नि हैन most of the times if you actually just listen to people if you just let them talk हुन्छ नि and if you just like listen like they will tell you everything that they are thinking if you actually listen like it's so unbelievable what people will tell you okay they'll tell you everything if you just listen and like most of the times like there are many people who are facing problems every single day and they're like going through shit and like if you just listen they'll tell you they're going through shit and if you listen more they'll also tell you how they will solve it okay because most people know what to do okay and like most of the times conversation is not just talking people think by talking you like you are putting your ideas out there तिम्रो दिमागमा जे छ नि हैन त्यो तिमीले बोल्दाखेरि तिम्रो दिमागमा it's like a jumbled up त्यो के भन्छ त्यो धागोको बललाई के भन्छ त्यो बिरालहरु खेलिरा हुन्छ नि त्यो कार्टुनहरुमा wait
wool
okay let's just put that imagine imagine like the wool ko tyo dallo jasto हैन it's like all crumbled up हुन्छ नि that's like the thoughts that have like people usually have in their minds and it's not well iterated it's not well thought out हैन but when you like take that out from your mouth हुन्छ नि you're like thinking and you're structuring your it's the structure भन्दा नि तिमीले जब बोलिरा हुन्छ नि हैन then you can see it you can visualize things हुन्छ नि त्यसरी नै तिम्रो आफ्नो थट्स चाहिँ पनि when you're talking you're like just like putting it out there हुन्छ नि
untangling it
and untangling it खाले के so if you actually just listen to those people हुन्छ नि they will tell you what is wrong and if you just listen to them a little more they'll also tell you the solutions के because most people know what to do के
yeah
most people know what they do like what they want to do and what they should do okay when they're like ooh.
Maybe yeah
So, yeah
but I think when we're conversing हुन्छ नि अब like so sensitive topic हरुमा जन कुरा गर्यो भने people tend to take it very personally के they let it hurt their ego के हुन्छ नि अब like म तिमीसँग converse गरिरहेको छु and if you disagree it's like हुन्छ नि most people they just think that हुन्छ नि okay this guy is gonna hate me now खालेको के हुन्छ नि like अब okay मैले भने कति wrong भयो now I have to say something more गरेर like हुन्छ नि exaggerate गर्ने हुन्छ कि
to prove my point
yeah like those are the like भने नि like converse गर्ने बेला you have to be present in the moment के like listen and then हुन्छ नि maybe take some time think and then reply के
there's like different kinds of conversation okay? Like there are different kinds of conversation you have with different people at different points of time हुन्छ नि अब there's also अब suppose you guys are like हुन्छ नि sitting in a group हुन्छ नि okay you have a reunion तिम्रो स्कुलको साथीहरुसँग हुन्छ नि just imagine that for a moment you're like 5-6 people like sitting in a table having coffee and stuff and you're just like telling people like what you've done खाली हुन्छ नि and like त्यो टेबलमा बस्दाखेरि there's also this social dominance hierarchy को उ पनि के and like most of the conversations you have is about like you're searching for validation के so when you're having conversation you tell stories के there was this one time मैले यस्तो गरे you were just like हुन्छ नि listening to तैले यस्तो गरिस् हैन मैले त झन् यस्तो गरे खाली के there was this one time म ब्याङ्ककमा हुँदाखेरि मैले लाइक हुन्छ नि I went on a के भन्ने parasailing thing and like the other one is त्यस्तो म एक्चुअली युरोप जाँदाखेरि I did यस्तो like यस्तो गर्यो हुन्छ नि it's just like topping one another खाली के हुन्छ नि
like at one point you just like forget where the conversation is heading खालीको
it's not heading anyway it's just like
exactly like where is it heading क्या like हुन्छ नि just like boasting like that is different I think हुन्छ नि like boast गर्ने and all that but
yeah like that is one type of conversation and जुन चाहिँ त्यो winning त्यो वाला conversation हामीले कुरा गर्दै थियो नि
debate गर्दाखेरि types
अनि what you're trying like सुरुमै हुन्छ नि तिमी र म एउटा ठाउँमा आएर भेटेर we talking about एउटा टपिक रे हुन्छ नि it like मैले I'm talking about it from मेरो perspective and I'll tell you हुन्छ नि in every त्यो like how मेरो perspective is better in that particular topic के हुन्छ नि and you will tell him the same thing के and I will listen to you just to defend like हुन्छ नि त्यसलाई ट्याकल गर्न के तिमीले जे भर्खर भन्छ नि त्यसलाई ट्याकल गर्न म रिप्लाई गर्छु के like but then like I would not make myself vulnerable to whatever you're saying and like actually listen to it to understand okay suppose we're talking about pizzas with pineapple and the only thing I want to prove to you is like how pineapple actually gets like soft and juicy and like when it's like roasted when it's like in the oven it breaks like it's not like fresh pineapples that you have normally it's different you know I mean, like,
but I would argue
exactly and
that pineapples don't go on pizza yeah
but then like I wouldn't want to listen to you because I want to convince you mero kura ke
yeah
तिमीले हैन whenever you talk about हुन्छ नि हैन तर लाइक पाइनापल हैन तर लाइक हुन्छ नि त्यसमा त्यो अर्कै टपिङ हाल्यो भने टेक्सचर यस्तो हुन्छ भन्यो भने I will tell you about how pineapple को टेक्सचर इज डिफरेंट के you tell about like हुन्छ नि how it makes like हुन्छ नि like त्यो sweet does not go यताउति then I'll tell you how अरू things complement pineapple बुझ्यौ like I'll only listen to you to like reply from मेरो okay not to actually understand ए हो कि खाली हुन्छ नि maybe like there are better toppings on like pizza खाली हुन्छ नि
yeah I think
so this is a very very hawa त्यो हैन but then like you understand like this can like यही same कुरा goes in like everything के because when you're just like talking to someone you're like talking to like prove that तिम्रो ideology तिमीले जे सोचिरहेछ that is right के बुझ्यो you're talking to win के हैन अनि like तिमीले if you win the argument ल उले just give up गर्दै रे हुन्छ नि like तनै right भन्नु it just validates तिम्रो see like खाली हुन्छ नि it just validates तिमीले भनेको कुरा and just like gives you that ego boost or like whatever खाली हुन्छ नि.
But even about this like pineapple on pizza wala thing, you know, like I always have this argument because I hate pineapples on pizzas, you know. Ani my best friend,
maybe we should have this conversation.
My best friend, she loves pineapples on pizza, okay? But then abo doesn't mean that I can't let her have pineapple on pizza, nito. I know. That is also one thing where like conversation.
Even if you don't agree, don't agree,
we can like
go fucking have your pineapple on pizza. Okay.
I mean, like we've gone out for pizzas, you know, and like we've ordered pineapple bhakai pizza. But like since we're just like ordering one and we're sharing, I would take off the pineapple from my pizza, okay? Because like just because I don't like it doesn't mean that she can't have it, nito. Like what I'm trying to say is, like even if you disagree, you can learn to live together through your differences, okay? And I think like that is something we should do. Like understand and move ahead with things.
Also, conversations is basically thinking. Timi bolira bela sochcha.
Thinking out loud.
Yeah, it's basically that. I know. So, I think like actual thinking, true thinking, is also you being able to तिमीले आफ्नै दिमागमा have 2-3 perspectives at the same time के
कस्तो मलाई अलि बुझेन
तिम्रो आफ्नै दिमागमा have like हुन्छ नि little like त्यो angels and demons भन्छ नि बुझ्यो listen to your heart and the brain खाले त्यस्तै कुरा you can have अझै multiple के you can have 3-4 whatever हुन्छ नि बुझ्यो. So true thinking is not like just thinking about एउटै one directional
yes or no मात्र
yes or हैन एउटै one directional यही नै हो मात्र हैन के. True thinking is complex because you're not just thinking euta perspective ma ke. You're trying to think eutai kura from like all perspectives possible, be it duita tinta eta uti huncha ni. You have all those perspectives in your head huncha ni. Some of them might be wrong, some of them might be right. Some of them might be more relevant than others. And when you are talking, if you put those perspectives as like small avatars जस्तो हुन्छ नि तिम्रो आफ्नै I mean just the angels and demons भने नि त्यस्तै like mini versions of yourself in your head जस्तो कुरा गर्यो भने everybody has that के everybody has like different perspectives हुन्छ नि एउटै कुराको बारेमा अब के conflicting feelings and कुराहरु. So when you actually have a conversation, when you like talk about यस्तो कुराहरु, you are making like some of your perspectives vulnerable to actually like not being relevant at all or like just like dying as a whole ke. And like those kind of those sense and the mini avatars or perspectives what we were talking about, they do not want to die ke. They do not want to let go ke. Which is very okay, and it takes like atti kura ke because like this has happened to me so many times where I told you huncha ni for like so many years you believe in something huncha ni, you actually believe in something huncha ni, and you convince yourself that is who you are, that is your like voice inside your head huncha ni, that is who you are. But then like when you actually make yourself vulnerable to listening and like observing and just like having that conversation with the world with different people, with different people, and you just open yourself to that
vulnerability,
learning listening you just open yourself to listening be it like just like listening to like YouTube ma koi people giving lecture huncha ni, that's also a conversation like you listening huncha ni. And when you make yourself vulnerable, like if you actually listen, like some of your core belief huncha ni, core belief na भन्नु मैले जस्तो भन्दै नि, for years you've believed in something, and when you actually like listen, you make yourself vulnerable to having to let go of those perspectives ke. And then you have this conflict ke, like damn, and like you have to accept ke maybe I was wrong, you know, maybe there's like a better way to think about the same thing, maybe that makes more sense. I think that is a step forward to learning ke.
To also be able to unlearn things.
yes to let go okay of your perspective हुन्छ नि to let go of like what you believed in हुन्छ नि because there might be like अरू कुरा that might make more sense to you okay तिमी 20 वर्षसम्म हुन्छ नि तिमीलाई एउटा कुरा मात्रै एक्सपोज भइरहेछ के हुन्छ नि लाइफमा हैन and like you grow up like believing that is त्यही नै हो सबभन्दा राम्रो कुरा त्यही नै हो भनेर but then you go out you travel the world and you believe ए म आज थाहै थिएन like this thing exists भनेर हुन्छ नि shit and like you can go out there and defend हैन मैले यो 20 वर्षसम्म जे त्यो नै बवाल हो like हुन्छ नि हैन यताउति or you can actually like just observe and listen हुन्छ नि and maybe then like हो कि
the possibilities
maybe there's like more to learn maybe like I can like unlearn this key maybe khali huncha ni then you can have conversations meaningful conversations
so I think sabhanda important kura for people to have a meaningful conversation is to have an open mind to maybe let go of to have a mindset that huncha ni some of the things that I believed in might be wrong I might be introduced to some new ideas khaliko so I think that makes sense to have an open mind while you're having a conversation
to listen number 1 to actually listen you know
and then to have an open mind
to actually listen and like try to understand to have an open mind and like make yourself kind of like vulnerable to letting it change you
I mean, it's like it will start with a conversation, I know, but the change is not going to happen overnight, Nita.
Yeah,
that can be your beginning.
Conversations, but you start conversation with yourself, okay, in your head. मैले त्यो जुन perspectives on जुन त्यो avatarहरुको कुरा गरे नि same कुरा हैन. तिमीले मलाई एउटा कुरा भन्छ हैन. It might not end there, okay. You might go home हैन. Then have like multiple conversations with your own दिमागमा हुन्छ नि 4-5 एउटा like you can have like 4-5 जना talking in your own head के.
Yeah, true.
That is also a conversation के. Then you come to a conclusion के.
Yeah. Like एउटा conversation हुने बित्तिकै सकिँदैन के. Maybe that is the beginning. Because most of the time हुन्छ नि like we meet people हुन्छ नि we talk to new people. They say something new. And then we're left with a thought.
Yeah.
That we हुन्छ नि replay in our mind again and again हुन्छ नि.
And thoughts are contagious, man. Ideas are contagious. यो कुरा चाहिँ एकदमै नै ideas spread like wildfire के.
Why do you say that?
I always like मलाई यो ideas spread like wildfire को कुरा चाहिँ कहाँबाट आउँछ भन्दा खै I always like मलाई जहिले यो कुरा like sociology class देखिनु हुन्थ्यो के like Karl Marx हुन्छ नि पहिले यो माओइस्ट मार्क्सिस्ट जहिले यस्तो कुराहरू सुनिरा हुन्थ्यो हुन्छ नि कमेन्ट यहाँ त्यहाँ यताउतिहरू एकजनाको आइडियोलोजी हैन ऊ मरेपछि पनि हुन्छ नि देयर वाज लाइक 1/3 of the world के following that एउटा आइडिया के एकजना मान्छेको आइडिया के
because it made sense to all of them.
Yeah. Whatever Marx wrote, whatever Marx said, it made sense to 1/3 of the world at like some point. And like you can imagine like how contagious an idea is.
How does that add up to the conversation?
I was just saying ideas are contagious.
Yeah. On conversations?
Conversations are ideas. Just talking about them. Putting forward those ideas. And the conversations can be contagious. And त्यही भने के I share a different idea, you share a different idea.
Okay, that's how you're connecting it. Okay.
And like ideas are contagious.
So like conversation sparks ideas. And that's how it's spread.
Suppose I can be blue, you can be red. And if you actually listen to me, you can be blue as well.
Or maybe we can like come to a middle ground.
So we can, yeah. Or maybe like the blue and we come together.
Violet, purple, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Life is never white or black. It's in grays. Different shades of grays. Like objective हुनै मिल्दैन क्या केही कुरामा पनि. Maybe there might be some exceptions. That's what we got out of today's conversation. Today's Dhikichyau. And so
let's end it here then. So we talked about many things, basically having conversations and how that is very, very important to listen, you know. And I think like yo kurama we can go much deeper also, because we didn't even touch on like how like not having conversations actually is like the main problem, like that, you know, mental disorders like depression, anxiety, and all of these kuraru come from not having conversations. Because people think they're misunderstood, because people don't think people listen to them, or because like they don't think it's worth it for people to listen to them. So हामी त यो कुराहरुमा टच पनि गरेछ हैन. So I think like this can be for the next like episodes to come.
Let us know what you guys think about having conversations. Like how, like if you've ever had a difficult conversation with a friend or your parent or anyone, what are your thoughts on conversations? And how do you think we can have better communication to have better understanding? And also drop down in the comments what kind of conversations would you want to have with us, and would you like us to have about what topics. So like also drop down topics if you want to, you know, want us to research about them and like talk about them, and maybe we can have a dialogue together. We'll try to reply to all the comments and like maybe, you know, build on that. So thank you so much. This was episode 2. Please do subscribe and share this. Share and like.
Yeah, like and share this with your friends, and you know, just spread the word. All right.
So I think that's it for today. We just touched upon how listening and having an open mind is so important while you're conversing. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to us, and goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you next week.